Let's talk technological ascendancy. Yeah, we're going there. Okay. Do you think that human beings will always be unique? Now, this is far off science fiction future talk, okay? We do not have this technology right now that I'm aware of. However, it doesn't mean we might not have it in the future. So I guess I'm being preemptive in talking about this because this isn't really an issue yet. We're not really bringing this into the conversation at the moment. But I am curious, if it does happen, what would happen? If you've happened to see the show Pantheon, which is a phenomenal show, and this is probably one of the easiest shows to suggest in terms of ascending into the computer. The Matrix also works, or Ready Player One, sort of. Basically, technological ascendancy, in more or less defined, is you upload your person, your brain, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, everything, you, into a machine, and in the machine is where you now live. Your body is no longer existent, or maybe it's partially existent with this simulated world. Best example of this is the show Pantheon, that articulates it the best. The Matrix, I would say number 2, pretty close. Ready Player One is more like VR. I wouldn't say it totally encompasses this train of thought. But this is the interesting thing. So if you were to upload your brain to a computer, and let's say everybody else did the same thing, you have 8 million people uploading their brains to the computer in this hypothetical world. Are we all coexisting as individuals inside this machine? Or do we become like one meshed person? Like if you were to upload yourself, do you lose your identity, your uniqueness? Like, what would you become? Like, are you just now a bunch of ones and zeros? And this also asks the question, if you're a bunch of ones and zeros now, as you are, in your current form, your current being, human being, you could look at it as data. Perhaps that is what the universe is. Data. Perhaps that's just what we are. Like, how do we really know that we're not living already in a simulated reality? I remember hearing somewhere that scientists had proved that simulation theory was incorrect, that it didn't exist. I don't know if that's totally true. I should double check and see if that is. I am still inclined to not believe that's true, because if you could prove simulation theory doesn't exist, wouldn't that also mean you could prove or disprove the existence of God, which I don't know if that is possible to do either. It feels like humanity is building towards this AI God we are trying to create, to give us answers to questions we don't know answers to. Really great book and film, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you haven't watched it yet, and you like science fiction, this is a must-watch and a must-read. Hilarious book, and the movie is just as good. You don't need to read the book, which is rare. I usually don't recommend both, but you don't need to read the book to watch the movie. They are both roughly about the same. The actual adaptation of the movie is quite good. You know, if you want more, read the book. But yeah, the movie is great. I really loved it. But essentially, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, humanity builds this computer. They built this really magnificent artificial intelligence computer to give them the answer to the meaning of life. And it takes the computer a very long time to computate this answer, to figure out what it is. And eventually, 1,000 years later, humanity comes back, and the computer gives the answer. The meaning to life? 42. That's it. 42. Feels like we're doing the same thing with AI right now, but who knows? I feel like somebody wants to get to the bottom of that question. I know I do. But when it comes to uploading yourself, what would stay the same? Would your personality stay the same? Would you still be an individual in the machine? Or would you become part of a hive mind? Or would you not even be a person anymore? Would you be something else entirely? It's a bit of a difficult question to ask now because we're not something we're currently facing yet, though it may be something we face in the future. But I thought of it as kind of an interesting thought experiment. Makes you think about your own identity, who you are.